all day, every day. G'day guys, Adam here from Adventure Camping Australia, and today we are going to be modifying the mud flaps on the 79 series, the ACA White Truck, and we are going to try and do it without stuffing it up. Let's jump right into it. First of all, we need to find a place where we can do it. I need some flat area. My driveway is not exactly flat, so I'm going to have to move the Volkswagen, get rid of the tourist Dualis, get the truck up here, maybe just there in the arch there, jack it up, jack the back wheels, and have a look and see what we can do with this thing. I'll get the texter out, mark it up, and talk you through it. Alright, just as I pull the wheel off, of course it starts to rain. So I pull the wheel off. This is here, right here. Let me get you some light. So right here is where it's rubbing. I expect as I go up it's going to hit here. I've been advised by Track and Trail Adventures to cut along here and bring down here. But what I might do is I might just take it out as I need it. So I'm going to take all this part out here. And first I was going to do my brakes. And looking at my discs, yeah, they definitely needed doing a long time ago. So I will pull them out, replace those, get some new discs later on. I ain't got the money for that right now. So I'll replace the pads. I'll mark this up. I'm going to do, with the multi-tool, I'm just going to do some deep cuts in here. Get this part in here, I'm going to cut that down around there, and hopefully I can fold this down once I've taken out some of that material there. So I'll mark that up and I'll see how we go with that. But first, I'm going to have to wait for this rain to stop because I'm getting soaked out here. God damn. Arrgh. Here, down here. So that's option one. That's option two. What I'm going to do is this part all here has to be made flat. So this is option one. I'm going to get rid of that first. Now, I think I might have to pull a fair bit off to do it. Just hope it ain't up here. The wheel comes up this way. I have to check my bunch stops are good. I've got really stiff suspension, so I won't be doing much flexing, so this should be enough for me. I've got -12 on the rims and 35 by 12.5, so I'm only literally just touching this, but I think if I hit anything with enough force, I might barely touch this. But we just won't know until I get onto some ramps and driveways and out in the bush. So I'll always keep my multi-tool with me. I just don't particularly feel like pulling all this out and then having to fill it up again. So that kind of feels pointless to me. So start with the least amount as possible and we'll go from there. There we go. Come on, you dirty thing. See, if I can keep all that part, that'd be unreal. So I've got a bolt in here, so whatever I take out of here, I scared the crap out of me. Just investigating at the moment, just trying to see what I'm dealing with behind here. Alright, so now we can make properly informed decision on what we're doing. So I've got a nut just there, right? So if I want to take this off and bend it down, I'm going to have to deal with all this material here. So that's what I've got to figure out. I think maybe just cut this back here and straight down. That might just do it. Yeah, let's give that a go. Okay, so I've had a look up in here. Like this is protecting, like all this area here is really protecting right inside the door arch here. So I really do want to keep as much material as I can just to cover up this part here, but get rid of this knob here. So I am still going to cut this one here, get rid of that, and then I will assess how I can manipulate this. Probably just a slice cut here so I can bring it back down. Something like that. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out in a minute. Okay, so we're just using the plunge blade. It's gonna be noisy. I really think this would have been easier with a grinder. This is just rubbish, this blade. But we will progress. Alright. Cut that one across. That off there. Alright, I'm actually thinking if I just cut along that bridge there, cut it completely off, I should be able to bring that around and make that flush with that, and then I can just fold that over the top there and I'll tap it in with a hammer and maybe that might just work. let's give that a crack, eh? What have we got to lose? It's all got to come out anyway, if that's the worst case. Let's do that. Alright. Hammer time.
Stop. Hammer time.
I'll have to put the mud flap on to see where it's sitting now, but I think that's pretty good. It's completely the other way now. Just exactly the way I wanted it. Put some rivets up the bottom here, because I'm just missing that screw hole. I could have reused that. I might just quick pop rivet in there for now. Don't want to do anything permanent because I still don't know if I have to take out all this yet. So we might still be back here again one day. But for now, I'm going to leave that like that, do the same on the other side, and we're going to go from there. Okay, let's get that all done. Oh, working in the rain. So just off the material that I took out, we actually have one of these little suckers here. So rather than pot riveting it in, just put a hole up there. I'm going to stick him in the other side, and we're going to be good to bolt it on. Let's get that working. All my tools are getting wet. God, I hate bloody whatever that weather system is, it's causing all this stupid rain. It's way too much. Anyway, back to what we're doing. It seems to just be going on forever. So that's it, finished. I'm going to put the mud flap back on, go and find some gutters. My only concern really is that this lip here is on the outside. I would much prefer that to be over the top. She'll have to do. I'll get the mud flap back on and see how the mud flap still fits, and fingers crossed everything just fits on nicely, and hopefully this side's done. I can get some, I'll get a weld on that one day. But obviously, after I've gone out in the bush and tested it and made sure that nothing else is rubbing, because this could still be a part 2 to this video, so we'll just go from here. Alright, I'll get these brakes changed and then get this wheel back on. Let's do that. So, just realised that I am still going to have to cut the actual mud flap, because you can see like how much material we've moved, and it's still going to hit on this, so I'm going to have to cut all that out. But that's pretty easy. That shouldn't be a problem at all. I don't think I'll worry about trying to keep material and bending it in and stuff. I'll just cut that straight out. Then she's done. Brake time. Oh, my legs. I hate doing stuff in the rain. This is redonkulous. Oh. Duh. I need somewhere dry, and there's nowhere dry left here. Oh my god. Alright, so these gotta come out. That's out. Now, you wouldn't normally I can press these brake pads back. You wouldn't normally do this without what's it called? Changing or doing something to your discs. There's absolutely nothing left on that disc. I didn't even hear it doing the warning. So when you take these out, there's a tool you can do to compress these back. I don't have that. Last time I done it with a screwdriver, it wasn't a lot of fun. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun without it again. Where am I putting all these parts? But once you get the pads out, it does release the brakes. Now I'm parked on a hill as well, so oh, come on, man. You should be able to just do it with your hands. Yep, there's like 5 mil on that one. And this side has, doesn't want to come out. Push these back. Nothing on it. So this might be a little bit harder to do. I might actually have to go and get my tool. Look at that. Nothing left on it. These should have been done 20,000 Ks ago probably. Naughty boy Adam. Alright, I'll get my compression tool, I'll pry them back, stick some new pads in there, same way we just pulled them out back to front, and this wheel's done. I will be ordering new discs, going DBA brick discs, those Kanga paws, I think orange or something, so I'm not going to worry about getting those machined. Just for comparison, there are our new brakes. I don't know if you can see that. And that's the brake that I just pulled out. All is left is just the metal that the pad was put on, so long overdue. Naughty boy. Okie dokie. Let's get these back in. Oh, pry tool. Alright. That is a super hard job to do without the pry tool. I couldn't find it. I think I am in need of another one. So pistons through, pins through, little hook under here, in that hole, turn it around till I find this little hole in here, pin goes in there. Alright, those side of the brakes secure, and now just this one in here, she's over. Now what I did notice on these brakes is these ones didn't have any wear indicators, which is why we didn't hear it. And this one's not down to it yet, so there you go. Brake's done. Now to do the other side. This has probably been about an hour's job, brakes and cutting that back, but because of the rain, this has been taking forever. It's not fun at all. Alright, other side's done. There we go. Lots of clearance now, all the way. That is top stuff. It's not even on full lock too. Completely out of the way. Cool. Alright, that's the other side done. This side pretty much done itself. Heaps easier to do, especially when you know what you're doing. Already done the brakes, that took me about 5 minutes. Massive downpour right in the middle of it all. I am literally soaked, all my tools are soaked, inside my boxes are soaked, but brakes are done, guards are done. Now we just need to get out on the trails and see if I need to move any more. Should be good, but looks pretty tidy. All that, so we'll stitch this together once we know it's right. I'll get in here, get that stitched together, and she's finished. So next next thing to do will be the brake booster. I will be doing a separate video on that, I think, because I want to do some brake testing on this one. So I got the new pads. I'm not going to put the new discs in until later. I don't know when it'll get done, but I will be doing stop testing on it, so I want to include that in the next video. So brake booster next video. Brakes are done, arches are done, ready for the trails, and it's all done in the rain. So yeah, thanks for watching everyone. Got any ideas, leave it down in the comments below, and until next time, see you on the trails. Of course it stopped raining.